Alright, so welcome back. So today we are going to try another Dear Mr Kilmer's question with the questions that come with the quotation. Okay, so we're gonna answer another questions with a quotation. So we're gonna choose this one. Okay, a non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority. Okay, so how to answer this question? Okay, how far this is true in the novel that you have studied, and then some will add give reasons for your answer. Okay, again, if you remember, I've said again and again, if you get this kind of question with the quotation, do not be panic. Okay, to answer Dear Mr Kilmer is about the same thing. Okay, so we look at the question, a non-conformist. So let's say you do not understand the word non-conformist. What is it? Okay, the next sentence is actually giving the definition for that non-conformist. So non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority. Okay, so here in this case, which chapter? Always go back to which chapter it is. So chapter 1. Okay, so chapter 1 is about the misfired of the bug. Okay, chapter 2 is about the writing of letter to Mr Kilmer. Okay, so chapter 3 is the most important chapter of all, the signing of the sympathetic card. Okay, so all of these 3 chapters, you need to know the before, the during, and the after. So if you do not understand what is the before, the during, and after, please watch my previous video according to the chapter. So in that chapter, I've given you all the sentences, or rather the events for each of the chapter, following the before, the during, and after as a guideline for you. Okay, so we go back to the question. A non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority. So, in the misfired of the bug, okay, it is also a story about Richard who does not follow the majority. What does it mean by that? Okay, in the story, okay, Richard was supposed to kill the bug. It was an easy shot. He just needs to pull the trigger. Bam! Alright? So the bug or the deer died. It was easy as that. It was such an easy shot. But Richard refused to pull the trigger. Hence, the bug ran away. So from here, it shows that Richard is a non-conformist. Why do I say that? Because the rest of the society at that period of time, okay, at that period of time, the rest of the society said that you need to kill animals in order for you to have food on the table. Okay, at that period of time, there's no Family Mart, there's no KFC, there's no McDonald's, there's no Jaya Grocer, there's no Center Mart, there's no even 7-Eleven at all. So at that period of time, in order for you to eat, you have to kill animals. And that's how you get to put food on the table. But for Richard, he decided not to do so. Hence, he is a non-conformist. So chapter 1 is acceptable for that question. Chapter 2. Okay, so chapter 2 can also be as a non-conformist. Why? In chapter 2, Mrs. Hanson came to the class and, okay, she wanted to read the poem by Mr. Kilmer. the rest of the class said that reading and writing poetry is sissy. Okay, but Richard felt that, okay, reading and writing poetry is something that he needs to do. That something needed to be done. He wanted to do it. Okay, so again, the rest of the society felt that reading and writing poetry is sissy, but for Richard, he loves it. Okay, so chapter 2 can. Next, chapter 3. Of course, this one definitely is. Like I said, if you do not know which chapter to use, always go back to chapter 3. Because chapter 3 can answer all questions. Okay? So, in the signing of the sympathetic card, again, the rest of the class did not sign the card. But Richard was the only boy who signed the card, the sympathetic card. So, this shows that he is someone who does not follow the majority. The rest of the class did not sign, but Richard signed it. Albeit, even though some of that wanted to sign, but the bullies made a threatening sound, so they decided not to sign. But even though that's the case, still Richard was the only one who was brave enough to sign the card. So, he was definitely that non-conformist. So, the 3 chapters can be used. Okay, and then, now we look at the question. How far is this true in the novel that you have studied? Okay, so in this case, just choose one chapter. And then, from that, you give the reasons why you choose that chapter. Okay, so the reason is the HOTS question. Okay, HOTS, as long as it's logical, as long as it's practical, it is accepted. Okay, so let's look at how this question is answered. Okay, in paragraph 1, you have mention of the novel, right? Okay, so the novel that I have chosen is Dear Mr Kilmer by Anne Schraff. Okay, next you have the synopsis. Just a short synopsis will do. The story is interesting. It is about Richard and Mr Kilmer. Okay, they become friends and Mr Kilmer helps Richard with his poem. That's it. Tak payah panjang-panjang. 3 sentences will do it. Okay, next one. Repeat the question. Okay, if you follow some of my videos, repeat question is you have to repeat the question, okay, and then answer it. Okay, so this is what is called by repeat question. So in this case, in order for you to answer a repeat question, okay, copy the quotation again. Okay, so it will sound like this. A non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority. Okay, this can be found in chapter 3 of the signing of the sympathetic card. Okay, very clear. Again, so repeat the question for this kind of question. Okay, copy the quotation. A non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority, and then you answer it. This can be found, or this is because, this can be seen in chapter 3 of the signing of the sympathetic card. So that would be the repeat question. Okay, next, paragraph 2. So paragraph 2, of course, put down your linkers. Firstly, okay, repeat the question again. Repeat the question. No need to do again. Repeat the question. A non-conformist is someone who does not follow the majority. This can be found. This is because. Okay, this can be found. Boleh baca. This is because. Or this can be found in chapter 3 of the signing of the sympathetic card. Okay, tak nak cakap chapter pun tak apa. Or this can be found in the signing of the sympathetic card pun boleh. Okay, this, okay, kalau ni dah because, tak payah because this one. So this is because Richard was the only one who signed the sympathetic card. Okay, this can be seen in, then go ahead with your before, during and after. Okay, so ayat ni kena follow this one. This can be seen, this is because, okay, this can be found. Okay, so you have to follow this one. And this can be seen in, okay, you go back with your before, during and after. Okay, after that, as we can clearly see now, okay, Richard is a non-conformist as what can be seen in the signing of the sympathetic card. Boleh macam ni, or you just repeat the question again. As you can clearly see now, a non-conformist can be seen in the signing of the sympathetic card. Pun boleh. Okay, don't worry. Next one, third paragraph. Okay, in third paragraph, again with the linkers. Okay, secondly, okay, so go back to the question. See, they wanted reasons why, right? Okay, so secondly, there are many reasons why, okay, Richard is a non-conformist. Okay, firstly, okay, ini adalah you can add, alright, you can mix and match, you can add points as long as it's logical. Okay, firstly, why? Richard was the only one who signed the card. Okay, kenapa? Why? So, elaborate on it. Okay, the rest of the class did not want to sign it. Only Richard did it. Okay, one. Secondly, kenapa you said Richard was a non-conformist? Secondly, Richard also volunteered. Okay, he volunteered to give the card to Hannah. Okay, again, one, he signed. Second, he volunteered to give the card to Hannah. Alright, to give the card to Hannah. That's why I said that the signing of the sympathetic card is where Richard becomes a non-conformist. Others didn't do it, Richard do it. Okay, so secondly, Richard volunteered to give the card to Hannah. He went to see Mrs. Hanson and asked for the card. Okay, he volunteered to give it to Hannah. Okay, so there are many reasons why that chapter is also a non-conformist. Okay, so also thirdly, Richard decided, okay, to befriended Hannah. Okay, remember ayat terakhir, this was the beginning of their friendship. So on that chapter also, thirdly, okay, why you say so? Richard decided to befriended Hannah. Right. The rest of the classmates felt that Hannah was such a stuck-up. Okay, she was a German spy. Nobody wanted to befriend her. But Richard decided he wanted to befriend Hannah. In that chapter, it shows their the beginning of their friendship. So these are the reason why, okay, so these are the reasons why, okay, Richard is a non-conformist as mentioned. Okay, so as we can clearly see now, okay, the statement is true. Okay, as what have been described in the chapter of chapter 3 of Dear Mr Kilmer. Okay, as you can clearly see, ini again boleh juga repeat question. Okay, we need to have that stress. Okay, sebab whenever you are doing a quotation, okay, we need to have this. Sebab ayat dia ialah how far is this true. So we need to put this is true. Okay, okay, the statement is true. So we need to have that. How far is this true? So it's true. Okay, and then barulah letak in conclusion. Okay, repeat again the question. Repeat balik. Repeat the question. Okay, I hope I can be like Richard one day. Okay, this is the easiest conclusion of all. Okay, I hope I can be like Richard one day, as I mentioned in the novel. Very easy. Finish. Done. Okay, so if you write this kind of answer, you can get up to content for 10 upon 10. But if you did not answer this hot question, so third paragraph, okay, third paragraph is a hot section. If you did not answer third paragraph, okay, you can get content up to 6 upon 10. Okay, don't worry so much. Let's say if you couldn't answer the hot part, at least you have the evidence, because all of this in chapter paragraph 2, okay, so in paragraph 2 is considered as evidence already. So evidence to support your answer, right? So paragraph 2 is already considered as evidence. Alright, so all the best. Thank you.